Call this meeting to order at 5:03 p.m. Can we begin with the flag salute, please? I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation, indivisible, and justice.
Great, next we'll be moving on to roll call. So when I call your name, you say your name is present. Vice Chair Mayor.
Here.
Treasurer Lyons absent. Commissioner Avenir.
Here.
Commissioner Gibb. Commissioner Nguyen.
Here.
Commissioner Ortega. Here. Commissioner Rodriguez.
Here.
Commissioner Romero.
Here.
Commissioner Surratt is absent. We have eight present with three absent. All right, moving on, can we get a secretary report, please?
Yes, the meeting agenda was posted on Friday, May 9th, 2020.
Moving on to the approval of minutes. Can I get a motion to approve meeting minutes of April 14th, 2025?
A motion to approve the meeting minutes on April 14th.
Can I get a second?
Second, the motion to approve the minutes of April 14th.
All those in favor say aye, starting with Commissioner Nguyen and moving around the table.
Aye.
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 Aye. The motion carries with a vote of 8-0. Moving on to item 6, do we have any?
We do not.
Yeah, do we have any public comment on items not on the agenda?
We do not.
All right, moving on to new business, item 8.1, change youth commission meeting schedule in August 2025. Can we get a staff report on that, please?
Yes, so for those of you who were on the commission last year, you may recall we did the same thing. So your first meeting is in August, but the second Tuesday lands before at least GUSD starts. So in order to maximize attendance, not have conflict with summer vacations, staff recommends that we have the meeting on the last Monday, which is after when school begins, which is August 20th. So that would be August 25th, Monday, August 20th.
Does anyone have any comments, questions, objections to the change? No? Okay. So can I get a motion to move the regular meeting in August from August 11th to August 25th?
I motion to change the new commission meeting schedule from August 11th to the 25th.
Can I get a second?
I second the motion to move the meeting from August 11th to August 25th.
All those in favor say aye.
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 The motion carries with a vote of 8-0. Moving on to item 8.2, reflection of the 2024-2025 term. Can we get a staff report, please?
Yes, so if you turn to the last set of report in your meeting packets. Okay, so I thought this would be a great opportunity for you guys to kind of provide some input, your feedback, not only on how this commission did overall, were there areas that you can improve upon, but also suggestions for next year's commission.
All right, so I guess we'll break off into groups to sort of talk about this. You three talk, all public, Jacob, and then you guys can talk, and I'll set a 5-minute timer. And then once it's up, we can reconvene and sort of give our feedback.
So reflect on what we did this year, maybe areas for improvement or things that we didn't do that we could do, and then of course, moving on to the future.
I wasn't sure.
Let's see, I think we did.
Yes.
So,
the long-term flowers content is really good. So maybe that we did the difference. I think it was parts. I'm pretty sure we mentioned the senior ball. Right? Yeah, so I think that's a good one.
I'm gonna mention it to check that out.
Yeah, I think we gotta spread out the.
More separated.
Especially. Yeah, I remember it was like this.
Maybe we could secure a vendor.
Yeah.
And then I'll try to get.
Yeah.
Maybe we could set up like maybe
There's
Just some of the ideas we have.
recommended like.
January senior ball and there's.
We only have an opportunity for high school. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
So I think it's
Yeah.
I think because
Yeah.
like invite any other students, they just.
I'm not sure if the title
It's like maybe in those schools, like put any.
That they see.
A lot.
Yeah.
And then I'm
I feel like
I'm not sure how much of the well, like other than like or like yeah, that was
somewhat,
maybe next time, whatever.
you know.
I'd say maybe we could continue the idea of like because I think it's very good for us, like maybe like we can continue the idea of this like little.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I was on the.
So there's-
Maybe they do something like.
Oh, yeah.
And adding something to protect, whether it's an animal, plant, or especially if something. I love to use something like the. You're both seniors, right? Yeah. I like just learn because I like applied
I never learned.
well, that's good. I did it very well. So I like found out recently at this month. And you know, so I got to apply. I just realized.
I'll have it.
Last one way.
Is this your term service? Yeah, this is my first term, so I think the second one it'll go to sophomore, junior, and I'll just have to. I don't know if we're gonna do it because.
Change your way. So.
Is that right?
That was my.
Honestly, like, cause I applied like. Like, I wouldn't even just that one. Honestly, because my next one is I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And then now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I literally just did anything.
No, it's like the early days, Central County Fire District, they serve many.
Oh.
And they said.
No, I'm a freshman.
Oh.
Wow. About that? Yeah, I know.
That one can explain.
School year rather than September, so that when the seniors like graduate, like say,
Yeah. But.
Yeah. There's some people that. Every Saturday they get.
That's a good time.
Yeah. Like a.
I don't have.
Yeah,
Mostly. But.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go around the tables and then we'll
Yeah.
just have like one person from your group share. We'll start with you guys. Anyone?
So basically, we said, we really liked, the opportunity fair, how we did like the turnout and like the vendors. As, in terms of like improving, we said maybe, having the tech week like more often, or like having it like more instances throughout the year, and then, we also suggested maybe like every year, maybe research like a certain thing to adopt and bring awareness to.
Okay. So we kind of said, we said we could also talk about opportunity. We said it went great this year. We think like in the future, maybe because we've done it twice now, we kind of know like we have a better idea of what to do, and we can pass that on to future like commissions. And because it'll be like more streamlined, hopefully, and then with that, maybe we could start like outreaching to vendors earlier or planning other events in addition to opportunity, just because it's not the first time we're doing it anymore, so it doesn't require as much like thinking, because most of the logistics hopefully will stay the same, like having it in Wheeler with the raffle and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of what we said.
And then we discussed also the opportunity fair, and we thought, it went pretty well. We also said to contact vendors earlier so that we're kind of less in time restraint, towards the fair. And then we also talked about the senior tech week in December. And we think that like it would be good if people did it well too.
Actually, we talked.
Yeah, run group.
Yeah. So Leanne was mentioning she is looking into seeing how we can incorporate the growth of the Loma Prieta Flower at City Hall, and ask that developers incorporate it into their planning, into their developments. So that would be a big win for the commission.
About getting it on approved landscaping list so that it calls it out and calls attention to it as a potential approved plant that can be planted, and it's suggested to be planted. So by having that there on the list, that would, have a greater chance of something actually, a developer that needs to put in landscaping on a project, actually seeing it through. And then also putting it on the radar of our parks supervisor, who does oversees the folks that do our parks and landscaping around our city facilities, to look for opportunities where that plant could be a potential plant that we utilize when something needs to be planted in a particular area where that would be a good choice. So just making something come from that.
Does anyone have any additional comments or anything that they want to share?
Don't you guys do a great job this year?
All right, moving on, we don't have any old business. We want to one staffing commissioner comments.
Yeah, I just have two items. On the very back, there are two flyers here. They are the last of the 3 workshops that will be offered to the public. This is about the new civic center, or proposed new civic center master plan. So this whole block, which is owned by the city, is being proposed to be redesigned with a full-fledged community center, an aquatic center, a new city hall, a park that has kind of an amphitheater feel to it. So anyways, this is the last
Multicultural center with a youth center.
with a youth center. Thank you.
Youth and teens.
Anyway, so this is the last one. It's at 9 a.m., but it's also at 6 o'clock. So if you'd like to attend, it's free. It's going to be, of course, at Wheeler. And hopefully we'll see you there.
Then item 10.2, congratulations to our upcoming seniors, which are me, Corinne, Maya, Sophia, and Emily.
Celebrate, all right, you can leave.
There's no, any commissioner comments? No? Okay, well then I'll adjourn this meeting at 5:19 PM.
All right, good job. Okay, seniors,